tell me to go, Holmes. Only one game from me today. Psychonauts for the PlayStation 2. I was at my tiny little thrift store, and this was there for $5. It's funny, at the same thrift store in their glass auction area, they have a Call of Duty Black Ops up for auction. But this was in the general population. It's like, this is worth more than your stupid Call of Duty, people. Look how many times this has been marked down at EB Games over the years. Look at this stupid thing. That is on the paper.
Yeah,
that's
some
nice.
Just use some Zippo lighter fluid.
Well, you'll have to do that for me. So that's complete. Looks really good. So there's that receipt. Then I was, you know what? I was at Salvation Army, and there's never anything good there. And I went just through the bag section. You know, I have some luck with bags, video game related.
You got a purse.
So I found this purse type thing with some nice, lovely leather. But look at this. Final Fantasy 7. Huh? What do you think of that? It's got a little, and it was 50% off day at the Salvation Army, so that was just over $3.
Good.
I'll give you that for $25.
$2.
25. And then in the baggies at Value Village, you gotta check the baggies, folks. I saw this thing, which I thought was a piece of crap toy. I couldn't tell what it was, and I couldn't find any information about it, but it looked really interesting. And it had this extra port here. It's got ins and outs, so it's a plug and play. But what was really interesting was this back here. Look at that. Take some cartridges in there. This is where the battery pack goes. There's some little bit of bad news here. That's what happens when you don't take out your batteries. However, we do have DC in, so we can use an adapter and see what this thing actually is. This is actually the Super Joy 3. It's Nintendo tried to sue these people many times, and they brought federal agents in to stop the sale of this device because it is touted as having 76,000 games on it. It's a 76,001. Hello?
If you use the cartridges.
No, built in. Built in.
Wow.
About 10 years ago, they got a guy who was selling these in the, what's it called, the Malls of Americas. He was selling these in kiosks. He got 5 years for selling these, and then he dimed out his supplier, and feds raided warehouses full of these. Thousands and thousands of them got pulled off. So anyways, that takes an extra controller, which did come with it, and it also came with a light gun, would go in here. And it really has 76 games that repeats itself 1,000 times. That's how they say 76,000 games. So we'll be trying that out, and you'll see what's on here. This is just a dummy controller, but this works. Interesting. We'll be plugging that in.
Cool. All right, Joe here. I'm going to show you my other things now. Ran and got all this from one stop. It was actually quite a bit of luck because I hadn't decided to go there and then ended up just doing it. The first thing I got is Qbert. This is for ColecoVision.
I used to have that. Love Qbert.
Another ColecoVision game is Super Action Baseball.
I had that too.
Grab Donkey Kong.
Guess what? I had that game. All for the Coleco.
And that one as well, Venture.
No, I never had Venture. I gotta say, I'm really jealous of what I'm seeing here, by the way.
Next, I also grabbed, as part of the lot, ColecoVision's Rocky.
This I am extremely jealous of. I had this. I played this a lot.
It is complete. I'm not going to pull everything out, but the Rocky, you actually need this special controller to play it properly.
I had 2 of those, the Gauntlet.
So there's that one, and then I picked up another game that this game I did play when I was a kid, but on a different system, Miner 2049er.
No, I never had that.
It's like a version of, I guess you'd probably call it like Donkey Kong, in terms of the different levels and how you have to make your way up and down.
Mm-hmm. You would call it that.
Yep. So, got all that.
This is all in one purchase, right?
This is all in one lot purchase.
I'm getting angry. Now I'm getting angry.
So then along with those guys, I got this controller here.
Yeah.
So this is the super action controller for the ColecoVision, where it's got the 4 buttons in there. So you would grip it like this and then trigger whatever action you want. And then on the top part, obviously you'd have your pad there.
Your overlay,
something like that.
Yeah.
This is actually used for the baseball game.
Yeah. Each trigger button was a base, if I recall. Then you could pick your pitch speed and everything on top. So I spent a lot of hours playing those as a kid.
It also came with a second one.
This is maddening. This is for me, right?
And then obviously all the power cords and whatnot. That would go with this here.
Come on, dude. No. No. It's not true. Oh, Jesus.
So grab myself another ColecoVision.
Another one.
This one's weird though, because my version at home is actually French on the front along with the English. So I just find it strange that this one is strictly English, except for obviously the warning on top.
Can I please have this?
I need a double to protect my initial one.
You're not being serious,
But
right? That is so maddening.
The next one is yours, for sure.
You need 2 of these. That is so maddening. This is what I had as a kid, and I'd love to get back again. Actually, I had the Atom computer, which was had Coleco on board, and I played all this stuff on that Atom. So you're not going to let me...
Well, I need it, but I'll find one for you. And then I also grabbed this here, Band Hero for the DS. So this comes with your little attachment that you would put onto the system and put your hand through to play the keys. The underlay / overlay for your DS.
That's for the drum kit. Right.
Yep.
There.
Game itself. And then obviously the instructions and all that nonsense that I need to.
Well, you can keep that. I will keep the freaking Coleco. We'll trade for the Final Fantasy bag, dude.
And then finally, my partner M on Transformers and Beer picked this up for me. So this is the Hasbro version of Masterpiece Bumblebee. I've got the Takara version, which I won't open, but this one I have opened. This was actually $40 off.
Yeah, I heard about this deal on the Transformers and Beer podcast. I'm a little jealous. I might have gotten in on that deal.
So there is Masterpiece Bumblebee with Spike in the exosuit.
Why doesn't M have my cell phone number? Oh?
Well, I told him you're always busy.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, this whole the ColecoVision and all the games and the controllers were all one part of a thing. I'd gone to one of my local thrift shops and just happened to see the ColecoVision and thought that was the only thing that was there. So I picked that up, and then I just went to the counter and I decided to take one more look back under the counter. So I walked back, and tucked away at the far end behind everything was these 2 controllers and all the games in 2 separate baggies, which were part of this actual Coleco system bundle. So a good thing I went back, otherwise I just would have had the system and missed out on the games and the 2 controllers.
Okay, yeah, so here we have the Super Joy 3. We've actually plugged it in. Just to give you a little bit more background on it, this is actually a Famicom slot. So this is a full-on console right here. We don't have any carts to test it, though, unfortunately. Older carts, which we do, had one. It won't fit due to these ridges they put in. I guess they put these in to make carts fit a little bit more snug. But unfortunately, older Famicom carts don't fit in there because of that. So that's where we're at with that. I ditched the battery pack. Went with the a selectable adapter. It's a 9-volt. So I threw that in. Let's turn it on, see what happens. Fun time. And there we go. 76,001. So with typical knockoff stuff, you got things that are named weird things. Like this Aladdin 3, that's not Aladdin 3. It's some Magic Carpet, really terrible game. And other things aren't even close to what they say they are. But a lot of things like Galaza, that's Galaga. And I think Bomb Jack is Bomberman. So, what do you want to see? What should we go to?
Do Contra.
Super Mario Bros? Okay.
Okay.
Where's the volume? Oh.
Oh, good job.
Good one, Joe. So much for this demonstration. Holy shit.
We'll be right back. Okay, we're back.
Well, after a lot of rigmarole, see, now that's the only thing with this adapter. You got to be really, because it's a little loosey-goosey in there.
That's what she said.
Oh, boy. Okay. Where were we here? Super Mario, start. Huh? What do you think? The buttons are a little firm, so like they're not, what would Rocket Sauce say, mushy? Not the same mushiness. So definitely doesn't feel as good, but yeah, I meant to do that and get that guy. I don't know. You want to see Contra? I'm not really a Contra fan at all. Are you a Contra fan?
Yeah, I love it. It was the first game I bought for the system, actually.
Anyways, Mario felt just like it should. Just in looking up this system, it actually has, it's the NES on the chip system, so it's not emulation, it's actual hardware. It's a real like NES on there. Does that make any sense?
Watch those stubby fingers play.
Kicking butt. Pretty good, eh? Oh, my thing's locked up. Oh, you can't jump when you're in the water, right?
Right, Bill.
So that's awesome.
Right.
No, is that true, or is the game screwed up?
That's true, dude.
Yeah.
You can't jump in the water. Can you jump when you're swimming?
Look at that, jumping right over this thing. So this is a stupid game. I don't know why people love this
so
much.
Alright, that's a good job. Thanks for showing us.
Alright, cool. So yeah, that's it. Fun time. Super Joy.